Hi everyone, you're welcome to diction and spelling class. Our topic for today is suffix word endings. Our learning objective is that at the end of the class you will be able to explain the meaning of suffix, identify the rules guiding the use of word endings, spell and pronounce words with endings correctly, recognize and use word endings to form sentences correctly, and read sentences using the right diction. Now, what is a suffix? A suffix is a letter or group of letters added to the end of a word to slightly change the meaning of the word. In other words, a suffix is usually added to the root word and at the end of a word. And this addition helps to change the word slightly and, of course, the function of that word. Li means the way it is, the way it was, or the way it will be done. Now, there are rules guiding the usage of suffixes. Number one rule is that the Li suffix starts with a consonant letter, so it is simply added straight to the root word. You can see, for example, the word careful. When we add Li there, it becomes carefully, and of course has slightly changed the function of that careful. Alright, now let's look at the second rule. Keep the E when adding Li to words ending in E. In other words, when words end in vowel E, don't remove that E, you leave it as it is. You simply add the Li to that word. We have examples in front of us. We have extreme. Extreme plus Li becomes extremely, right? And then we have strange. When we add Li to the word strange, it becomes what? Strangely, all right? So you can see that that E was never removed. You simply add the Li to the words that end in E. Okay, let's look out for other rules. Now there is an exception to that second rule. Remember that the second rule says any word that ends in the vowel E, you simply add Li to that word, like extreme, extremely. You don't have to change the last letter E, all right? There is an exception to that rule, which is what I want to explain now. So we change LE. If a word ends in LE, we change the LE to LY. If the root word ends in LE, for example, you see possible, it ends in LE. So we change that LE to LY. All right, so you can see possible plus ly. What do? We have to entirely remove that le and replace it with ly. So it turns to possibly. Then gentle, because it ends in le, we have to remove that le and of course replace it with ly, and it becomes gently, right? Okay, now the third rule. If li is added to words ending in y, we change the y to an I before adding li. For example, you see the word happy, and we want to, of course, add li to the word happy. We don't leave the last letter y. We have to change it to an I first before we add the li. I hope you are following. All right, let's move on. So that's about the rules guiding the usage of suffixes. Now let's move on now. So what have I learned? We are going to apply what we've learned now, okay? So the activity we have in front of us, the first activity, we have to add li to these words, spell and pronounce them. So you see quiet, we want to add li to quiet. It becomes what? Quietly. All right, quiet, quietly. Now let's spell that word. Quiet, quiet, and then quietly, Quitly. That's quietly. Then safe, safe. Safe. When we add li, it becomes safely, and we spell S-A-F-E-L-Y, safely. Then we have the word bad, B-A-D, bad. And then when we add ly to bad, it becomes badly. And we spell B-A-D-L-Y, badly. Then we have heavy, H-E-A-V-Y, heavy. When we add ly to heavy, it becomes heavily. All right. Remember the rules. We have to change the Y to I first before we add the Ly. So we spell H-E-A-V-I-L-Y, heavily. Then kind, K-I-N-D, kind. When we add ly to kind, it becomes kindly, and we spell K-I-N-D-L-Y, kindly. Then hopeful, H-O-P-E-F-U-L. When we add ly to hopeful, it becomes hopefully, and we spell it H-O-P-E-F-U-L-L-Y, hopefully. Then we have quick. When we add ly to quick, it becomes quickly. Quick is spelled Q-U-I-C-K, quick. Then quickly, Q-U-I-C-K-L-Y, quickly. All right. So we're going to use these words now to form sentences. And of course, you're going to read these sentences. So quietly, the man quietly left the room. You see how we apply it in a sentence? All right. Safely, I can now safely get home. Badly, that book was badly written. Then heavily, it rained heavily yesterday. Kindly, the nurse treated her patients kindly. Then hopefully he will survive the accident. Then quickly, which is the last word there, he quickly passed the message to his team. Alright, I hope you understood the lesson. Remember, if you have any question, you can always reach me through Mom and Dad and your question will get answered. So this is where we end the lesson for today. Please stay safe and maintain good hygiene. This is Mrs. Nelly Henshaw signing off. Bye-bye.